Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we're discussing a model launched in 2022 from Omega. This is the Seamaster Professional Ultra Deep. It's a sort of extension of the Planet Ocean family based on a prototype from 2019. So that watch was utterly titanic. It was also water resistant over 15,000 meters, and it was beyond 28 millimeters thick. So by comparison, this is the mid-size. Now what makes this interesting is that it is the only of the Ultra Deeps to feature a titanium case, and by default, when you get the titanium case, you get these unique loop-style lugs that are split in the middle, so you don't have to sew the strap on or anything like that, but you only get the titanium case with these loop lugs, so they come as a package. As a result, the watch can't be fitted to the bracelet that is also offered for the model, but it gets a unique strap, an aesthetic, and a highly technical ambiance that makes it feel almost like its own separate model line. It's very distinctive. Now, in grade 5 titanium, it has this matte media blast finish. It is 45.5 millimeters in diameter from lug to lug, and I am measuring from one loop lug to its opposite side, not with the strap, but with the strap removed. The total distance across the wrist is 55.7 and about 2 millimeters with the strap on the watch. If you measure it with the strap fitted, which I recommend since you're only going to wear it that way, it is 20.9 millimeters thick. If you were to remove the strap, just measure the case from back to crystal, then it is 18.3, but remember, you're going to wear it with the strap. The strap, as I measure it, is 22 millimeters, but you've got a little bit of a fudge factor in there since it's not completely tight. You could probably get away with 23 on the high side or 21 on the low side. The strap's a lovely piece. As you can see, it complements the dial very well, and this is an Omega factory accessory here. You can see Omega branded media blasted strap minders are fitted, ultra deep, reminding you exactly what you're dealing with, though it is fundamentally a conventional strap since you run it through a pin buckle, and the pin buckle secures against one of these apertures. So it does work like a normal strap. It's not like a NATO with a gooseneck. The watch is easy to wear in the sense that it's very comfortable, but it's also very big. Now you can see on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, this is the aesthetic of a no-holds-barred tool watch, something like a Big Pilot, something you wear for sheer legibility with no pretense of proportionality. So I could wear this in terms of it sitting on my wrist and staying secure, but if you want to look anywhere near sized for your watch, you're going to want to have a wrist that's at least 18, preferably 19 centimeters in circumference. And as you can see, this is not going to fit underneath a dress cuff, but they give you so much length on this strap that you will have no trouble strapping it over a diving suit. And that really is the intended use case. Now, what's interesting here is that there's no obvious external helium escape valve, and that's because this watch returns to a principle from the early 1970s on the Ploprof, the Seamaster 600 Plongeur Professionnel. That watch was described as being suitable for saturation divers because it was so hermetically sealed that helium could not intrude. Therefore, during the one big decompression from a saturation dive, the helium need not egress. So this is the same principle. Helium can't get in, therefore there is no gas escape valve, but it is still suitable for saturation diving, despite the lack of a gas escape valve. So you can see on the back it says as much. And we can't easily see this case back. It's a fairly simple laser ablated design featuring the traditional hippocampus or seahorse, and then a lot of advertising. Master coaxial, divers, watch, 6,000 meters, Planet Ocean, Seamaster Professional for saturation diving. So as you can see, you don't really need to see the case back because it is solid in any instance, and there's not a lot on it in any way. Taking a look at the case, it's a fascinating design as we've got this screw-down crown surrounding a media blasted assembly with a wonderful feeling 120 click bezel. A good dive bezel can make a dive watch. A bad one can break the experience. This is the best Seamaster bezel I've encountered in terms of feel and sound. It also has a wonderfully sharp knurling that's super easy to grip with wet, sweaty, or gloved hands. Compared to something like a Seamaster Diver 300 meter, this is absolutely wonderful. You can easily grip it. We have a ceramic insert with bonded metal, so all these indices and numerals, those are metal co-bonded with the ceramic, so they can never separate. Now, you line up the bezel pearl with the minute hand. We'll do a loom shot here so you can easily see that all three hands are loomed, including the second hand, so you know your ultra deep diving watch is running in the depth. And it's easy to keep track of the minute hand and the bezel pearl relative to each other because everything else is blue and the bezel pearl and the minute hand are green. You can see the hour hand is hiding underneath the minute hand. That's what's going on there. Taking a quick look at the dial once more, you can see it is made of titanium. It says as much just below the cannon pinion at center, titanium media blasted. Not just titanium media blasted, but with these lovely polished and faceted applique numerals. You could see that the hands are brushed for contrast. And then the watch features quarter Arabic numerals. There is no date. And then you can see under this dramatically boxed and cambered sapphire, which is 5.2 millimeters thick, a watch that is water resistant to 6,000 meters. And because this is an ISO 6425 diver, every single example that is made must be tested to 125% of the rated depth. So this would have to be tested to 7,500 meters before it leaves the factory in order to maintain its ISO compliance. The watch does feature an 8900 series movement. It's the 8912, I believe, inside this watch. Automatic winding, 2 barrels, 60-hour power reserve. It has this time zone function, so you can move the hour hand while the rest of the hands are unaffected. This is great for jumping time zones. Pull it out all the way, and it activates hacking or stop seconds. The watch is a master chronometer, which means it has been tested for, yes, its water resistance, but also winding efficiency, power reserve, chronometry as a fully cased-up watch and in 6 positions, and to over 15,000 Gauss, or 1.5 Tesla. That is the minimum, not the maximum. It is over 15,000 Gauss. Now, it also has a tri-level coaxial escapement, and the tri-level coax is the latest version. It's been around for a while, but it has 2 wheels for coaxial impulsing and then 1 wheel for the physical drivetrain. That's what's meant by the tri-level. The coaxial uses tangential rather than sliding friction. Tangential is less. Sliding friction is what you get on an ordinary Swiss lever. The coax system was invented by British watchmaker George Daniels in the 70s, adopted by Omega in the late 90s, and since the mid-2000s on the 8500 series forward, really perfected and built from the base plate up as purpose-built coaxial movements, giving them improvements in chronometry, power reserve, and also reduced maintenance requirements. So in order to make it so anti-magnetic, it has a silicone hairspring, anti-magnetic balance staff, and escapement, a full balance bridge with a free-sprung balance for shock tolerance. It has a quirky beat rate of 25,200 vibrations per hour, which I understand is mostly dictated by the silicone hairspring. It is a good-looking movement, though you cannot see it. You're just going to have to press the I believe button, and it is a twin barrel movement that endows this 60-hour power reserve with a very flat torque curve, so it's like a plateau. So from max wind to almost minimum wind, it will have a very consistent operation with consistent force to the escapement for isochronous operation or consistent timekeeping throughout the power reserve. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.